In the conflict of Israel versus Hamas, who's the good guy?
On October the 7th, Hamas committed a monumentally heinous attack. But let's look beyond the statistics that Charlie Kirk employs. Let's look at why people oppose the genocide of Palestinians. Let's see why Kirk is wrong. On October the 7th, Hamas took 251 Israelis hostage, but Israel already had 5,200 Palestinians hostage as well, including 170 children. Israel took another 5,000 Palestinians hostage over the next month. They just called them prisoners. But prisoners don't look like this. On October the 7th, Hamas had between 20,000 and 30,000 in their ranks. But in the 2 years since, Israel have unalived 62,000 Palestinians, including 18,000 kids. For context, that's 2,000 more than died in the entire 20-year Afghan war. On October the 7th, Hamas unalived 1,195 people, 379 security forces, the rest were civilians, including 38 children. Not 38,000, not 3,800, 38. This isn't to downplay the unaliving of children, this is to contextualise Hamas's with Israel's like Kirk wanted to do in the debate. See, Kirk believes that unaliving 18,000 Palestinian kids is less than unaliving 38 Israeli kids.
It was also a moral truth that the war started because 1,300 Jews were killed and 200 were taken hostage.
Yes, Hamas broke the Geneva Convention, but that's not the start of this war, and Kirk knows it. Let's take December 2008 to January 2009, shall we? Operation Cast Lead. 1,400 Palestinians unalived by Israel, including 350 children. That's 10 times more kids than were unalived on October the 7th.
That where they were living in relative peace on October 6th, that all of a sudden we had a war, and Hamas started the war.
Between July and August 2014, Israel unalived 2,251 Palestinians. 1,462 of them believed to be civilians, including 551 children and 299 women. That's also more than October the 7th. Israel injured 11,231 Palestinians that month, including 3,540 women and 3,436 children. At the same time, Hamas unalived 66 Israeli soldiers, 5 civilians and 1 child. These are awful numbers, but they're not even remotely comparable to October the 7th. When a organisation that represents 0.3% of a state's population breaks the Geneva Convention against you, it doesn't mean you get to break the Geneva Convention against 99.7% of the population of their country who did nothing wrong. But of course, Kirk saying that Hamas should abide by the Geneva Convention implies that he thinks that they are a state, because the state of Palestine signed up to the Geneva Convention specifically to be recognised as a state. Hamas didn't. And if they were a state, October 7th would have never happened, because Hamas committed those specifically because Israel denies them statehood, steals their land and unalives their kids. And virtually every scholar says Charlie Kirk is justifying a genocide. So when Kirk asks who's more evil, Israel or Hamas, I have to say the one committing the damn genocide, man!